Hello, everybody. And as promised, I wanted to give you a little story about how I listen to nature and how I understand what it's saying to me. We are all part of nature. A lot of us have forgotten or feel disconnected or don't spend enough time with it. But when you are with it, when you look for the signs, they come so beautifully. So when I first, right after the fire, I was my second fire, the fire that just happened in 2025. There was a lot of grief, a lot of shock, a lot of sadness. My mom passed away 2 months after the fire, so I was just an onslaught of, basically PTSD, fear, like what else can happen next? Those kind of things were happening. And I really wanted to get grounded and feel safe and just feel secure for a moment. And for me, what I do to bring that into my life is I get out into nature. Now, did I have the wherewithal and time and energy to go hike a mountain like I normally do? No, not at all. But I do have this beautiful backyard now in the home that I'm living in. So I had the energy to go outside a few feet into my yard and just start to reclaim this land and be a steward of this land. And so I planted seeds, and I was very intentional, holding the seeds to my heart and just saying, I want joy back in my life. And as I plant these seeds, it was a bunch of flowers that I wanted to kind of vine up and cover this fence in my backyard. And I said, as these start to sprout and they start to grow and the beauty of the flowers emerge, my happiness and my joy is coming. As I'm crying and feeling like, I mean, I was in a dark place when I was planting these seeds. This was last year, March, April, right after my mom passed and the fire happened. So, again, these are seeds. They take time. They have to be in the ground. They have to be in the darkness. They don't see the sun. They don't become flowers the next day, right? They have to root. They have to, like, little tiny sprout come out and then start to, slowly grow and then bloom, right? So I knew I had some time. So months later, and I'm tending to them, I'm watering them and giving them Reiki, and in turn giving myself Reiki, working with my land. The next, couple months later, I'm starting to feel a little better, right? I'm starting to feel the turn of emotions, feeling a little bit, still grieving, still sad, but feeling a little bit more grounded. And I the seeds are starting to sprout, but very small. And right near, the water that I'm using and putting, I would do Reiki on the hose and put water, the intention that as the water's going, my intention flows towards that, the Reiki flows towards that, and I'm clearing out, anything that's in the way of this happiness that I'm planting. Right on that hose, and I hope that you guys can see this, is this dragonfly husk. And I had no idea dragonflies do this, number one. I didn't know that they, shed their skin like a snake, right? But I see that and I immediately start crying because to me, dragonfly is joy and like finding peace and happiness by going deep in your emotions, right? Because they start in the water and then they come out and are airborne. So I have a dragonfly literally tattooed on my heart chakra. I have always seen dragonfly as a huge, message from spirit. So to find this literal husk of a dragonfly with the hose that I use and do Reiki with these seeds that I planted to bring in joy, right? And to bring in happiness. That was the universe letting me know, like, it's happening. Don't just keep doing what you're doing. It's a release. I'm literally releasing the old, the old life, the old body, and the happiness, the joy will happen. And I'm happy to report that, a year later, my flowers look amazing. It's beautiful. There's all these different colors happening now. And the fence that I wanted to cover is, it's being covered very beautifully with these flowers. So this is what I mean by talking with nature. Like, it's not necessarily like talking to, I wish, but talking to a rabbit coming up to you like, so, hey, this is what you're supposed to do. It's about looking at the symbology of nature and what those symbols mean to you. It's not about necessarily what a book tells you this means. To me, dragonflies always came to me like I knew the basic symbology of them, right? It's about depth, it's about deep emotions, but also they bring me joy. Whenever I'm, in the pool and a dragonfly flitters by, like I call them magic. I feel like they are the bringers of magic for me personally, right? That doesn't mean that it's going to be in a book anywhere, but it's what they do for you. So if you see some sort of sign from nature, like what does it say to you? What is it speaking for you? And that's going to be the most important thing. But I just wanted to share that, and I'm always going to keep this amazing. Look at this. It's so intricate and beautiful. But listen to nature. She has lots to say, lots of help to give you. And let me know if you have anything that speaks to you, and any messages that you've gotten. I'd love to hear them. All right. Thanks, guys.